Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Dragon Ball. Now today I'm giving you guys my weekly Q&A, so let's get right into this. Let's start off with a daily question. What makes you nervous? Now, I really don't get nervous at a lot of things. I mean, failure doesn't even really make me nervous, or being ridiculed or, criticized. Obviously making comments that certain characters from GT are stronger than Battle of God stuff and Super stuff. Obviously, I'm no stranger to criticism. I'm not afraid to be criticized. I don't really know what makes me nervous. I guess eating my mom's cooking. That can definitely make me nervous at times. That can be said. Are you going to do a Q&A? I have to find time to do a Q&A. But you will see another Q&A on this channel in the future. But as of right now, I'm not exactly sure when. Whis and Beerus versus Omega Shenron. By the way, I'm the same guy that sent Dende versus Whis and Beerus. Well, I guess that one's right under this, and I can tell you right now that Beerus and Whis would beat Dende. But I do think... Now, I know there's been statements about, Beerus being this universe buster. He's tearing apart the universe. Well, he basically it's shaking the universe with his energy. Him and Goku fighting on Earth in the manga chapter, shaking the universe. It's really, really, really weird, and I don't like... It's not that I don't like the feats. I have no problems with that. It's just that I want to see more to really get a gauge on it. As of now, I'm still sticking with Omega Shenron, guys. But I'm telling you right now, if I see more of this stuff, I will lean... I have no problem leaning towards, Beerus' side. It's nothing about me liking Omega Shenron more. I like Beerus way more than I like Omega Shenron, actually. But it's just a matter of power scaling. I just feel like Omega Shenron should be stronger. GT, I've said it before, GT has really bad feats and, presentations of power, I suppose. I've said this before, Omega Shenron's blown up a city and Goku was impressed by that. And, it's really crazy stuff. But if I see more of this stuff with Beerus, I will definitely probably think he's stronger. It's very difficult to say because, in the beginning of Z, the first saga, Goku and Vegeta are shaking the Earth when, they're charging up their blasts. And it's very inconsistent throughout the series because the same thing happens when Cell and Gohan are having their Kamehameha clash. And theoretically, the power from that alone, basing that off of Vegeta and Goku, the power of Cell charging up a blast should blow up the Earth, in my opinion. But it's just selective on what they want to see, what they want to pick as, showing off certain powers. It's very weird, and it's just inconsistent. I'm not saying that it's that Omega Shenron is definitively stronger. It's just at this moment, I still feel like he is stronger in my opinion. But if I see more stuff from Beerus, my opinion may indeed change. Okay. If something you love was hurting you, would you give it up? Yes, I'm definitely no stranger to that, and a lot of guys I know are no stranger to that. If you love something, you have to give it up, and that is a story that I will say for the briefly, very, very briefly, we'll go over in my 30,000 subscriber special, because if you guys remember, I'll be telling my YouTube story in that video, and it is definitely something that affected my YouTube career to an extent, so I will probably be going over it, but I'll leave it at a minimum. It's definitely an interesting and a sad story, but that's going to be an interesting video, so stay tuned for that. Did Goku kill Frieza in Future Trunks' timeline? He would have had to have killed him. No one else would have been strong enough to kill Frieza. So yeah, it was Goku that killed Frieza in, the timeline. So, I mean, who else could have done it, right? Piccolo? Yeah, right. If Future Trunks stayed in the main timeline and continued to train over the 7-year gap, what level would he be at? Seeing as he's a hybrid and the potential there is bigger, and he previously reached Ultra/Ascended prior to the 7-year gap, would he go SSJ2, close to Majin, SSJ2 Goku, or /SSJ2 Goku? I definitely think if he hypothetically did stick around, I definitely think he would become a Super Saiyan 2. It would just make sense just based off of the main timeline's Trunks' potential. Although I do think the Kid Trunks from our timeline does appear to have a much higher potential than the future Trunks. It would definitely make sense over 7 years that he would be able to get Super Saiyan 2, but not a chance in hell he'd ever go Super Saiyan 3. If he would get close to Goku's Super Saiyan 2 though, or Vegeta's, considering that Vegeta was still weaker than him and they both trained in the time chamber, I would think that Trunks would be equal to or greater than Vegeta's strength. Whether or not he'd be close to Goku, that's a bit of a stretch, but he may in fact be, based off the potential that the present time Trunks has. Favorite band / singer, probably Queen or Judas Priest. I'm a big fan of 80s music. I like Billy Joel too, and Billy Idol. I know, 2 Billies in a row, right? Bonnie Tyler's good too. There's a lot of good stuff from the 80s and late 70s, definitely. If I had an anime related logos on my swag, including Dragon Ball, I'm getting custom made, could that count as a cool way to represent the community in cons and for profile pictures on the road as well? I mean, yeah, as long as you represent Dragon Ball, if you have Dragon Ball stuff on, that would definitely represent the community, I would think. If you scroll down all the way, all your videos, and you know they're from me, what would you do? Would you do a Charlie Wheat Q&A? That would be amazing. I mean, it would be a little weird to do a Q&A based off of one subscriber, and I'm sure some people would get kind of jealous, wouldn't they? What do you think the roles of the weak Dragon Ball Super characters such as Krillin, Yamcha, Tien, etc. are going to be? Will they be forgotten, left behind like Launch, Who, or will they be very important to the series? I don't think we're going to see anything from it until the Resurrection F arc, and that's pretty much the same thing they've been doing in the film. They're going to kind of fight weak soldiers. That's all I could really think of from those characters. I can't see them being anything really big and, you know, any big, substantial importance to the story, really. Gogeta is the weakest main... Okay, Gogeta is the weakest man times 2 base form, and I thought Vegito was them added together so it could multiply higher, obtaining Super Saiyan 3 without training. Don't quote me. Don't quote me, better not correct me. Conversation with the guy who made the Watch Mojo Top 10, Scotty Madden. Well, I don't understand the second half of the question, but fusion is not an addition. It is a multiplier of the 2 powers, not an addition anyway, so hope that answers your question. Because if it was an addition, there would be no way that Goten and Trunks as Gotenks would even be able to match up to Boo, or even Fat Boo, or even Cell. So, and not to mention Vegito would not be able to match up to Buhan if it was anything more than if it was just an addition. They wouldn't have any chance against those characters. Not even like I said, Goten and Trunks as Gotenks. If it was just an addition, they wouldn't even have a chance against Cell, in my opinion. So this drives me nuts. I thought the Potara was added together, not multiplied. That's just stupid. Oh well, okay, same thing. Same thing that you just sent. Okay, well I already answered it. Is the base form ever trained after Cell games? Cause multipliers. Yeah, I mean, as long as they're getting stronger. If they're getting stronger, their base is going to be increasing no matter what. Okay. Bulma, or I guess Videl or Bulma. Well, if you mean what I think you mean, then I'd have to say Bulma. But if you're talking about a fight, then I would say Videl. Bulma, or I guess what they put here is Bolam, or Android 18. Well, I can assume that they don't mean a fight here, so I can only answer this. I'm going to try to go in depth. For those female viewers, I hope this does not offend any of you, because I am a man. But Bulma or 18, who do I, quote-unquote, like more? I'm going to go with Android 18. It's always been my favorite, and I have a couple reasons why. Yes, Bulma's rich. I don't care about the money when it's a woman. I care about the personality and the appearance. And I do like Bulma a lot. I like Bulma's personality and appearance a lot. This is going to sound really weird. This sounds weird no matter what, so I'm just going to keep going with it. Pretty much the main reason why I like 18 so much. First of all, I'm a sucker for blondes. Even though I prefer brunettes actually overall. But sucker for blondes, and the way Android 18's voice acting was on, the way she talks was sexy. It was sexy. She can fight. She's a badass. She's a tough girl. And those are qualities that I like in a woman. So I think that Android 18 is a much sexier woman. It sounds so weird. I'm talking about an anime girl, but we're all friends here. But I would definitely say I like Android 18 more than Bulma, but Bulma definitely has her good qualities. Even though Bulma's voice is very unique, I do like her voice as well, and Bulma has definitely done some questionable things, especially in early and late Dragon Ball. And Bulma in Resurrection F does look pretty good. But I still think, just off the way Android 18 acts, her appearance and just her voice is seductive. So I would pick Android 18, but let me know what you guys think about that one. Who would you pick between those two, and who is your favorite Dragon Ball girl? That is a strange one. That is moving on. That is a weird I'm sure my female fans, if there's any of them out there, I'm sure there's one or two of them at least. I'm sure they probably either did not appreciate that or they didn't care. I'm apologizing if that offended you, but it's in here. Moving on. Krillin's a lucky bastard. That's all I gotta say. I don't know how he did it. He's a lucky bastard. Can you pinpoint every episode you've ever watched in your life and say what happens in that episode? I mean, if I get an image of the episode, I don't know all the episodes by name. I'm very bad with names, but if I see the episode, like an image of it, I bet you I could name pretty much everything that happened in that episode, or a brief summary for the most part. 90% of the episodes across all boards, Ball, Z, and GT, I'm sure I could do that. But if you're talking about every show ever, besides Dragon Ball, I can't do that. Okay. Goku, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan versus Superman Prime. Well, this is an easy one because Superman would demolish Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Goku, and it doesn't really matter that he can win because I like Goku better. I'm always going to like Goku more. But Superman Prime is just terrifyingly powerful. He's not even the strongest character in fiction, though. There's much stronger beings. And even in anime, there's some, like, dimensional, reality manipulators that can demolish Superman Prime from my understanding, but it's crazy. And it doesn't matter. I don't think anyone should argue with it. If you can try to find an argument for Goku, you can go ahead. There really isn't much of an argument for Goku to win, and it doesn't really matter, honestly, so, yeah. What did you think of episode 11 of Dragon Ball Super? Well, I did a review on it. I'm sure you already saw that, though. Do multiples solve every problem in Dragon Ball? No, I just use math. When I use math in videos, I specifically say that this is just based off of math. And we all know that math can be BS in Dragon Ball. That's why on that video I did with Beerus using 10% of his strength on Vegeta, I used math and I made it pretty clear. Math isn't the definitive answer. Everything is subject to change. That's why I say things like that. So no, math is probably one of the last things you want to use in Dragon Ball. But if you can use it and have it make sense, then it can work. But Dragon Ball is so inconsistent. Does Kwame know what irony means? He does not use the term irony properly at all. I have to think of an instant where he... Oh, okay. I don't want to... He said this in one of his streams, so I'm just quoting him here. He quoted... This is a quote from a stream that he did. He was talking about how in one of the Walking Dead shows that the only zombie that could hop over the fence was the black zombie. How about that? That's not irony. He said that was irony. That is not ironic. That is not how you use the word irony. There's some people that are calling me racist for that. I'm just quoting him, and he's stereotyping here. That's not ironic. I tell him that all the time, though. He always uses the word irony wrong. Irony would be if the black zombie was the one zombie that couldn't get over the fence, so to speak. If you're going by stereotyping and all that stuff, I'm sure I'm going to get hate for this because there's so many oversensitive people out there. But to hell with them. Anyways, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Mystic Gohan, and Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan Gotenks, and Super Saiyan God Vegito all teaming up versus Whis. Well, Vegito wouldn't need either of those two, and I'm pretty sure that Gotenks, Super Saiyan God, Super Saiyan would probably be able to. Well, actually, I don't know because Gotenks seems to be weaker than Goku now, so I can't say that. But definitely Vegito, Super Saiyan God would take a hot steaming shit on Whis. It's not even close, really. Do you think Vegeta would cry if Goku died and could not be brought back to life with the Dragon Balls? I think he would be very upset, but whether or not he'd cry, probably not, but it's possible. I guess he cried when he sacrificed himself against Boo. I don't know. It's definitely possible. I'm not going to put it past him. Everyone has a soft spot. Okay. Do you think Half Saiyans can achieve Super Saiyan God form? Yeah, there's nothing saying that they can't, so I would have to assume that they can. Do you think Dragon Ball Super will be like Z, where it will stay for who knows when, or 100 episodes about right? I think 100 episodes isn't too far off of how long it's going to run, but it's hard to say right now, but I don't think it's going to be near Dragon Ball Z's 291 runtime. Is your favorite franchise Dragon Ball? If so, what's your second? Well, yeah, Dragon Ball is my favorite show and franchise of all time. If I had to pick a second one, that's a tough one. I like a lot of shows. Do I have to pick TV shows? Because I'll pick Grand Theft Auto or Metal Gear Solid or Max Payne, anything like that. But for TV shows, I'm not really sure. Halo's up there too, and Gears of War. Wow, I have a lot of favorite video game franchise, but I don't watch a lot of TV anymore. What does the Kintoan Nimbus do in its free time? It felt weird reading that word. I haven't seen it typed out. I mean, I just called it Nimbus, but I know a lot of people, and I actually probably butchered the original terminology for it. I got so thrown off when I saw that Geekdom's gonna be so mad at me. Do in its free time, eat pizza. That's what it does. Dude, I just realized something. If Majin Buu showed up in Resurrection F, then he could have either used Candy Beam on Frieza and eaten him, or he could have absorbed Frieza. What do you think? It's interesting because my friend was actually asking me if Frieza could absorb gods, and I don't think it has anything to do with being gods that they wouldn't be able to be absorbed. I think if you're so much stronger than Buu, and I mean leagues and leaps and bounds ahead, I bet you that he could not absorb you. It's just a theory, but he can definitely absorb gods because he was absorbing the Supreme Kais. We know that. But I don't think the Candy Beam will work on Frieza. Maybe the final form Frieza, maybe, but not Golden Frieza. Vegito obviously was fully conscious and retained all of his power when he was turned to candy. Whether or not that was due to the magic of the Potara earrings or the power of his fusion, that's unclear. Who do you think Kuririn, or Krillin, for those of you who don't know, is more afraid of? Chi-Chi if something happened to Gohan, or Popo? Definitely Chi-Chi. I would definitely say Chi-Chi, actually. I mean, remember how scared he was to say that Goku had died? He was terrified. Could you imagine what he would think if something happened to Gohan? I think only Vegito can go Super Saiyan 3, not Gogeta, without Hyperbolic Time Chamber. I think they can both go Super Saiyan 3. So, there you go. What do you think of Super Kame Guru? I've heard of him, never watched a single one of his videos, but I have heard of him throughout the years. Never bothered to watch his videos. This video will make you smile. Well, I'll save it for after I'm done recording this Q&A. Galactus full power versus Asura the Destructor. My friend tells me about Galactus, so I gotta go with Galactus. But if anyone remembers, I did an Asura versus Goku video a long time ago. And not that I think that I was wrong in that video, because I don't think I was with what I said. I meant who I thought would win. I am probably, no, don't expect this anytime soon, but I'm probably going to be redoing the Asura versus Goku battle, because I think I can do a much better job. You know, I have a better editing skills, capture card, all that stuff. So that's gonna happen sometime. I don't know when. I have a lot, and I mean a lot of videos on the back burner. Wow. Super Saiyan 3 Goku versus Perfect Cell. Who do you think would win? Goku? Yeah. I mean, you didn't even go for Super Perfect Cell, which, I mean, he still would have demolished Super Perfect Cell. But you just said Perfect Cell, which... Okay. Moving on. Why does Gotenks and Gogeta wear the same type of jacket? It's the clothing of the Meta Marie, the people that taught Goku the technique. The Metamorphins, however you want to say their names. That's the clothing that they wore, so that's why the technique is, the clothing is like that. Master Roshi full power versus Tien 22nd Tenkaichi Budokai. Oh, well, the thing is I can't exactly tell you how strong max power Roshi is. Especially if you're going off Resurrection F. I would give it to Roshi, though. Based off of my knowledge written in my memory, I'd give it to Roshi. I definitely have... I've seen, obviously, the whole series. I've definitely analyzed Dragon Ball Z and GT power scaling a lot more than I have Dragon Ball. I definitely should go back and look at a lot of stuff so I can give you guys better answers on that, because I really... kind of owe it to you guys to do that. So I'm going to try to go back and look at that stuff. Based off my current knowledge, I would think that Mass Power Roshi would just win. But it's hard to say. Okay. And I'm going to end it off on this question here, but I'm going to have to do this. Were you raised in the hood? I was not. I was raised in the country pretty much. I still live in the country area. Cows and farms and shit like that. How much does Chi-Chi have to pay for groceries? A lot. I can't pinpoint exactly how much, but there's definitely a lot. Now, okay. Would you do an episode, well, I guess a video, on worst and best Dragon Ball filler? Well, episodes of filler. I've been planning on doing that for a while, so that is a video in the future. But like I said, I have a ton of videos on the back burner. And I mean a ton. But that's been it for the Q&A today, guys. I hope you all enjoyed this video. But yeah, I was thinking about something. I don't know what I was thinking about. Questions that I answered. Bulma in 18. That was an interesting one. You don't have to comment on that in the comment section down below, but if you want to comment, you can. But other than that, hope you enjoy this Q&A. Thanks for watching, and I'll catch you later.